Funny.
Funny.
Hello, everybody. We're Dwarven Forge, and we're here to do a build jam. And there's no unlicensed songs to be sung during this time. Or, I guess unlicensed is fine, but licensed material from Warner Brothers Television is probably a bad idea.
Welcome to the build jam.
Yep, like that. Like that one exactly.
Come on to jam.
So we're here to bring you kind of a fun, I don't know, I guess we can call it a game, depending on who wins. If I lose, that's what I'm saying. If I lose, this is not a game. But if I win,
is that a threat? Are you going?
Is it?
If you lose, you're not going to consider a game, and you're going to take it too serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm
we
scared.
We talked about weapons. We talked about the lethality of this game.
Oh shit! There's more on the line than I thought.
Yeah.
So basically, this is kind of the prototype for a kind of show that we've wanted to do for a while. Normally, ideally, it involved bringing in guests, but then a pandemic happened, so we can't really do that. The basic gist of today is we're going to take... we're planning on 3 rounds right now, 1 for each biome of Wildlands, and they're going to flip a coin. We've picked out 2 of our past sets to combine each biome with, and so whoever wins the toss gets to pick which one they get. So first up is going to be the swamp biome, where they get to choose between sewers and caverns.
Are you kidding me?
I left my wallet on my desk.
I asked you about coins before this started.
We can just flip it.
And I said we can flip a Valorian coin, and you were like, "Yeah." There's a penny on the thing right there. There should be a penny on the.
Hey.
Oh.
Thank you.
What did it land on?
I'm sorry that I set up all of the things today that weren't tech related.
All right.
Go ahead and flip it.
All right. So first off, just to kind of explain a little bit of how we're doing this, we've set aside some add-on packs. Tobi and I will have the exact same add-on packs from Wildlands, but then we will have a sort of an assortment of backlog pieces, or I don't want to say backlog, from previous Kickstarter pieces. So we'll have like City Builder or Castle or Caverns, Dungeons, that kind of stuff per biome. And we've already decided those. So for right now, for Swamp, we're going to be flipping between who gets to have Swamp plus Sewers and who gets to have Swamp plus Caverns. And we're going to try to make a 1x2 build. They're going to be, all the builds today are going to be relatively small. We just kind of want to do some quick, easy things. These are also kind of helpful examples towards sample pledges. They're not entirely sample pledges, but they're just sort of like a nod to them today. And we're going to give some more of those later. Okay, so you call it, Tobi, and if you get the coin toss, you get to choose which one you want to do.
Yeah, okay. So
right.
I'll say tails.
All right. Miles per hour. Yeah. Heads. Heads wins.
So you get to choose.
I want to do sewers.
Oh, you want to do sewers?
I want to do sewers.
Okay.
I want to see if I can. I want to hurt myself today.
I want to see what could be done with that. I have a few ideas.
Yeah, but like I'm excited to see how this is going to.
Yeah.
Like there's been some questions I've had about caverns blending with swamps anyway, so this is going to be nice.
Yeah, I did a mini speed build on the Die Hard.
Oh, you did?
With,
okay. I don't watch our streams.
Ooh. You can cut that one out. You can cut that part out.
We'll cut it out, folks. All right, so I'm going to grab, I think I want, so I also have a bunch of our normal terrain trays from past Kickstarters here, just so that we kind of have an assortment of things to grab. So I'm going to grab one, I think I want these 2. This
it makes sense for swamp.
Well, it's like this, again, like swamp sewer, like a kind of dismal sort of thing. It's going to be fun. So Tobi and I are going to be kind of like back to back here. We're gonna basically be building behind each other, but we'll see each other at the end.
Oh wow.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so we get our tray.
Do you guys need to grab your
Yes.
set? Yes. All right. Perfect.
So it should be obvious which one's this. Yeah, the middle one.
Yes.
All right. So while you're grabbing that, go ahead and go up there. We'll interact the chat really quickly. What are you guys hoping to see? We've got.
I'm not in your way.
Basically, after they do these builds, we'll have you guys vote on which one you think ended up looking the best. So we've got Toby doing caverns, Tyler doing sewers.
If anybody wants to say a good joke in chat, I feel like I've gone through all the ones that have been sent to me. Always looking for more jokes to steal.
You got a joke?
Like
I'll
a good
steal
comedian.
It.
Oh, we're
I
building
will take
over
all
here?
your funny
Yeah.
Okay,
ones.
gotcha.
Individual. And then we can bring it over to the...
I see. It makes sense, actually.
Hamster jokes while we wait. I am not hamster.
You're not?
I'm actually gerbil.
Wait, I think they want jokes about hamster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they want you
Yeah,
to
you can
punish
do
him
that.
while he has no defense.
Yeah, I can't really. I don't know. He's such a delightful young man. I can't really think of anything that's a good joke about him except for, you know, his whole face and everything like that. His life is a joke.
Alright. Like
you
this
guys
format
are
of
back
the current.
on screen. I'm gonna leave again.
Alright, we're gonna go. Oh, they're already starting. So we're gonna go ahead and go to these cams where you can watch the.
Oh, were we supposed to... Sorry.
Oh, I thought you guys were gonna go grab stuff.
Well, yeah, we've been grabbing, but I also... we've kind of been...
We're experimenting. Like I said, this is our first
Yeah.
time doing this kind of thing.
And part of it is, like, we're going to see if we can use every piece from the swamp sets. That's going to be the goal, is to try to use everything from the swamp and then accent it with the other ones.
I am running a timer. We'll see if they end up needing 15 minutes. It's a cool format. Yeah, I think it's. I think it has potential. So we're just kind of putting it on its feet today, seeing how it works, and how much time do they have per build? I've got a 15-minute timer on just in case. It's very possible they'll actually take less time than this. But you know, I wanted to add at least a little bit of urgency.
How are we gonna determine who's the winner?
Oh, I'm gonna put up a poll.
All right.
And then once they finish the builds, we'll get in close and look at the
I can
builds.
move this.
All the way around.
And then you guys
Oh, yeah,
will
right.
be able to vote
Oh, yeah, if you
who
move that.
wins. So
Okay.
if you have a favorite, they really should be charming you more, but clearly they're leaving that to me and Chris.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me discuss things while you guys are talking as well. What would you like to talk about?
Haha, Lay's got a good joke. What do you call a line of rabbits hopping backward? A receding hairline. That's really good. You can't.
That's really good. Yeah, I just it's still you who's saying it, so I feel like there's like this like innate.
I'm just the messenger.
Wow.
Right. But it doesn't change who you are inherently.
It's true. People laugh freely pretty much at anyone in the office, but Chris has to earn his laugh. He's very, very funny, but for whatever reason, we just won't give it to him for free.
I'm just gonna chalk it up to jealousy.
I'm just that good.
Yeah. Everybody wants to see the. Where's Rabbit Bruno when we need him? Yeah, that's actually a good point. I figured this would be one of the most rabbit-friendly streams we've had.
It's a good time frame for him.
I can actually try to reframe these little bits and make it easier to see the builds, because they're building on the opposite side than I was expecting.
Oh, we can. I
Oh,
mean, I
yeah,
can-
sorry about that.
Oh, it's perfectly fine.
I thought that was
It's all good. Let me slide mine and
part of the game.
you can move the camera for Toby.
See, all you gotta do is be a little passive-aggressive. And,
Or you could be direct. Like the world is different,
Hey, so
everyone.
this is on Toby's.
It's better, but you're cutting off the tray. More. More.
Which way?
More tray, please.
So the left.
Nope.
So the right.
Yes.
I just need directions.
I'm really bad at that.
How's this?
That's much better, but we still can't see all of Toby's build, so go right more.
To the right.
Yeah, right more is good.
So the night closes in.
How's this?
That is almost there. To the night closes
Some more.
Some more.
How's
More.
this?
A little bit more.
Oh.
Oh, we're getting, and woof, I believe they say.
As my hero,
Ooh.
as my hero Clifford the Big Red Dog would say,
Underdog.
woof.
As my hero.
I think she means the terrain tray, but actually the other one was also a terrain tray. Yeah, it was wildly confusing. You're
Yeah,
like,
I'm sorry.
You're like, put more towards the tray. I'm like, this table is covered in trays.
I said I was bad at directions, okay?
That's fair.
You should just have a better sense of, framing.
Hi, Odin Forged. How are you doing?
Oh, homie.
Troll dwarf.
Troll Dwarf. Yeah, they were both terrain trays. Just very different kinds. Already, it looks like wildly different approaches. Like Tobi's building from the outside in, and Tyler's starting from
Inside out.
Yeah. Was that a movie?
Yes.
It was?
It's a Pixar movie.
No, I'm pretty sure it was
Wasn't that
called.
just Inside?
No,
Was it
Inside
called
Out.
No, it was inside standing outside.
it was outside in standing. Inside standing. So good.
Can we get pictures of each of the builds and post them? Actually, Mace's going to take a picture of each build as soon as they finish them. Lighting at Tyler's table could be improved. Let me see what I can do about that.
Can't promise my thumb's not going to be covering the builds in the photos.
I mean,
I'll do my best.
let's see what I can do about Tyler's table.
Hey, Tyler, will you grab the foil off of the rainbow behind you?
This one?
No, behind you.
What?
By Toby.
Okay, well,
I'm pointing and I said behind you.
I know, but I
Is
wasn't.
that better?
It looks like it.
Wow.
Yeah, we will be taking pictures of each of these builds because a lot of these we're trying not to do ones that we've already shot videos for and the like, because we're going to be doing compatibility with older and new Dread Hollow and Aranthor and stuff like that, and so a lot of that stuff is coming, or we've already done it or covered it on streams. So we want to try some more unique stuff. Like we did hear somebody talk about sewers a while ago, which is why Tyler's trying the sewers right now. We're trying some new stuff.
Dab 1800 says bidet all.
Oh, bidet to you, fellow traveler, fellow critter.
I need to finish catching up on Critical Role at some point. I'm only 180 episodes behind.
Yeah. I don't know. I used to watch it while falling asleep, and then I realized I was hopelessly confused about the whole storyline. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's such a long thing that I usually put it on while I'm doing other stuff, but then I miss details.
Yeah.
And then it defeats the entire purpose.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am. Also, that whole sleep thing kind of interrupted my consciousness, so
Yeah.
wasn't able to remember details that way either.
I just want to sleep like a shark.
While moving?
Yes. Except instead of moving, it's watching and paying attention to.
I just don't want to sleep.
Isn't that the same thing at that point?
No, he's like a shark.
But they're not walking anymore.
Awesome explanation. Nah, he's like a shark.
No, there's a difference. I'm still human.
I was doing that this morning, cleaning the garage. I looked up and was like, how did they get out there?
Your feet?
I'm not sure if he means he was watching Critical Role or.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so I see. So it looks like you're building an interior room that's gonna spill out into the sewers or into the swamp.
I'm digging this stump topper you got over there, Toby.
I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
That's the challenge.
Yeah.
Well, you guys still have 8 minutes left.
Yeah, the one I did before on the Wildlands survival included escarpments, and right now I don't have that. So
that's the other
transitioning into the cave is the hard part now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody is I made the packs as simple as I could. Potentially made them too simple, but we press on.
That's my nickname in high school.
Wheat press?
Mm-hmm.
Egress, yes. that was it.
There's something about just the soundscape of hearing people build. I've got the headphones on to monitor all the sound levels, and just hearing all of the hearing all of the
Yes.
We really should market ourselves as an ASMR channel, with the paintbrush too. It's a nice sound.
What does it sound like when you just run a paintbrush over this mic?
Well, let me show you.
Should I just go grab a paintbrush and rub it on the mic?
Let me count the ways.
No.
1, 2,
Three ways to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
Yes.
3 whole ways?
Yeah, 3 of them. I also thought that it'd be fun to do slime videos, but like the monster.
Cool boy.
Hey, leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
I don't get days off.
Wait, where's my other?
Weren't you not here yesterday?
Wait, where's my other?
I was at home, but I was still working.
I mean,
What?
that's
What
all of us
happened
doing
to my
this
other
Kickstarter.
thing?
Hey Tyler, I've come up with a new fantasy campaign setting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's the magical land of Lythia.
If anybody out there is hiring, go ahead and send me your job description. I can't work with these guys anymore.
If you're hiring, can you scout me?
Yeah, scout me.
Can you interview me to be my employer?
Yes.
Or can you come here for an interview to be my employer?
My dad says he wants me to work with him.
Well, that's just
USPS.
nepotism at
Yeah.
work there.
Huh?
So that's just nepotism at work.
Wait, your dad works at USPS?
He does.
Yo, he's a hero, especially during the pandemic.
Yeah, he's all right, I guess.
Shout out, guys. If you live anywhere remotely near Mace's parents, he may be delivering your Dwarvenite. He may be delivering your Hellscape.
He doesn't deliver.
He doesn't deliver?
He manages like a booth or whatever.
Oh.
I don't
Wait, do
know
we
what he
deliver
does.
by USPS?
What?
Do you?
More UPS or like that. Our packages are too much larger. Depending on what our warehouse ships from. Sometimes they ship through USPS, sometimes they ship through UPS.
The lady who handles most of our deliveries here is very nice.
She's cool.
Yeah. I think it's...
What?
She's UPS, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like the person who gives us our packages for the business. Yes, she is very nice.
Oh, wait, you talking about Casey?
I was trying to understand what he was saying.
Casey sucks, though. That's the difference. I kid everyone at home. I love her very much.
Yeah, she's probably sitting at home like punk.
No, she's sitting at home like, I can't wait for Mace to be off.
Any plans to go to the plane ice cream and milkshakes?
Where's that?
I imagine that'd be on the border of the plane of water and air, probably.
It's like in the dream plane.
that's not bad. I could also see water and earth.
That is where like the big
Lebowski is?
Yes. The Lebowski plane.
Does he live in a plane where there's like a ton of white Russians?
He lives in a plane under the sea.
As long as it's not the plane. As long as it's not that plane full of snakes.
Snakes. Ain't nothing better than a nice grub of snakes and planes, you know?
You know what they say about snakes and planes, though?
They should always go together.
You can never have too many.
That famous Samuel L. Jackson quote.
Can't get enough of these snakes on this plane.
I wish there were more snakes.
He's just in the sea going, snakes.
There's just snakes on a plane, but there's just one snake enthusiast. He's just
hey, there's not enough snakes on this plane.
Oh man, this is the best day of my life.
So happy I brought all my snakes on this plane. Fly, you fools.
By the way, adding magnets at the bottom of the sewer walls is really helpful to use the sewer walls. I've heard that.
Yeah.
It can be pretty easy to attach some of the little round magnets to these pieces, yeah. At least I've heard of a lot of people modding
Oh, did
it.
you guys see that? Oh, look at that sweet. Oh,
How cleanly that fit on the edge?
Sweet action.
I want to see. Show me later.
Okay.
I'll take a photo and then you can.
No. I'll take a photo.
Which ones did you use? Troll Dwarf in what? We are going to go over.
Yeah,
everything that's
it'll
in these
probably
builds.
have to be a little bit closer towards the end of the builds.
Speaking of which, there is 2 minutes left.
2 minutes.
I
Yeah.
do have a question. What is the thinking behind a sewer in a swamp?
Well, it's less that it's a sewer in a swamp, and it's more that the sewer is creating the swamp. For me,
Okay.
is that like you have this spill out, right?
Yeah.
And then it's
swamp.
creating. It's like any castle or city that had that next to it would probably have a less favorable
Yeah, so you're one of those environmentalists.
Sure.
I bet it smells like Bushwick.
What an awesome infiltration
Definitely
encounter.
Smells like
Bush. Yeah. If you like work your way through a swamp into a sewer to get into a heavily guarded castle.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool actually. It's a
would it really
disaster.
Yeah, would it be really cool, Chris?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we do it?
We might.
Excellent. So putting trees down. We got a little over a minute left.
All right.
Only a minute?
Only a minute.
Tobi List says it's a commentary on American politics.
That's fair. I'm starting to see the downside to us putting this on a 1x2 instead of a 1x1.
No, I don't think there's a problem to the.
He's talking about the view.
Oh, the view. Sorry.
I'm not talking about the view so much as getting the transferring them over to the main table so we can look at them. Oh,
that'll be pretty simple. We'll just push it over and then adjust as it needs to.
That's fair. You might have to detach things a little bit. Okay, Tobi just blew things wide open with in the last 10 seconds.
You could say he took it to the next level.
We're getting a 10-second countdown. You will get a 10-second countdown in roughly 15 seconds.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Hey.
Hey!
Oh no.
Man! Dang it! Shoot!
Oh,
my
language.
leg off. I have so many pieces left.
At this rate.
I'll never
10,
murder anyone.
9, 8,
8,
7,
6,
5, why? 4,
1.
3, 2, 1.
You're done.
All right.
I'll have to put those back.
Let's
Go.
see those bills.
Let's see those builds.
Bill driver.
All right, let's
Bill.
give me a second and we'll.
Yeah, I'm moving my unused pieces
Do
off
we
of
say
here, so.
pens down instead of pencils down?
Pieces down. Add a little pressure. I think the pressure's been added. Alright.
What you can't tell
I think
is
I
we
have a
actually
little bit
also
less
raised the temperature in this room
problem
so that they're
than
sweating and
Tobi's
it's
gonna
very
have.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, Tobi's gonna be. If you need help moving them over.
And we'll just
Yeah.
adjust a little bit. And
Yeah.
No, because the bottom one doesn't even have a turn tray.
Oh.
No,
Where did my
it's
piece
the turn tray's elevation.
Why don't we just do a close up on the
I don't
second one?
Yeah, we can just do a close up.
Why don't
No,
you
we
just
can
do the webcam?
Bring the table over here.
No, we'll just.
I'll just move
Yeah,
the camera
okay.
over
Camera
there
will
to
be
look at
easier
it.
than.
Cool.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and just turn this way so we can get a good
Hold
wide
on, hold
look
on.
at it.
Oh, nice.
I gotta push
That's
this
pretty
next
cool.
to it.
Oh, is that what
You
you're
guys
talking
brought
about?
something pretty cool. Let's get the pole ready to go as soon as the tables are both.
So I was
as soon
trying to
as the
think
tables
of,
both
right, like if I had just a
Yeah.
little bit more. I'm realizing
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
and
the
then-
only thing with that is that would go on the end, but it doesn't really. It's not really sitting on that too well. So I'll just set that on the side. But these would also have been.
Would have been. You can't put it down now.
No, they were there.
Oh.
They were.
Okay. Okay. You just then. It's not would have.
No, I just meant like it's like if
Yeah.
yeah. So I was trying to figure out what to do with that, and I sort of messed it up there. But
I like that. Oh, is that what you're talking about before?
yes,
something-
yeah,
yeah,
like
that's
the
so nice.
convex like sitting right next to the
Yeah.
sewer
Sweet.
like corner to me was just like super cool.
Would it be possible to rotate it so we can get a good? Just 'cause
I already said it this way.
I know, but we want to get a good look at.
Yeah, I got it. No, I'm not actually complaining. We're good.
Let's see. Let's take a look at that.
So like I said, I didn't. Thank you. End up using every piece.
Me neither, so I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I was really happy with kind of like how it turned out was that, and I think I put this one here,
That makes sense.
there, and then these were the two outliers. Actually, this all was the outlier. I'll say that.
So we didn't use two of those little banks from one of the big banks.
Well, I was going to do something with these guys like that. I was about to take out this and see if I could manipulate it in here, but it's just a little too big that way. So I was going to even just
Oh, even that works. Honestly.
yeah. That's what I was gonna do. I was about to like switch these two, right? Have that open the way it was, and I was probably going to switch these two walls too because I didn't want it to open directly into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sewer fit for Smeagol.
And it was happening like right at the last second that I had that sort of brain blast. So
Yeah, that works pretty well, honestly.
Brain blast.
you could even just if you want to cap it off in a not in the best way, but at least in a way.
Well, I mean, this is building under pressure and not having time to finish all the fiddly bits.
Exactly.
But like for 15 minutes, like this is
I like it. Like I think it's fun. It's got a couple of extra plants in here. Let's go ahead and look at Tobi's.
Yeah. Move the camera right there.
Yeah.
Get as close as possible. Woo! Things are tight.
Yeah.
It's okay. Well, then we'll scoot it forward a little bit more.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Got it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just gonna push the lens in as much as I can.
Oh, do you have a name for your build?
Sloppy seconds.
All right.
Ugh.
Do you have a name for your build, Tobi?
Sloppy third. No, kidding. Okay, sure. Sloppy third now.
Sloppy third.
So yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and give us a little walk through this.
Yeah, for this one, I was trying to build like a swamp that leads into a cave. But since we don't have escarpments, I decided to use the cave as a supporting elements
sure.
for to hide the cave under there.
That's really cool.
Then, so on top of that,
Right,
it's more
so
of a swamp.
you use the terrain tray to like set on top of all the caverns walls, and then used the banks of the swamp to actually like notate.
Yeah.
Ah, that's so cool. And like one entrance here. No, those are banks.
Yeah.
You didn't even use a.
Yeah, that looks. Somebody's actually asking to see like
swamp.
a massive cave entrance, and I didn't even like bring that up, and you did it. He's like, that's like a big cave entrance without using like the concave.
Well, it's also without using any of the original Caverns Deep like big entrances.
Yeah, I would have used the double doors, but we didn't have that either. And I forgot the swamp, like the stone banks, kind of work with that. Like
that's what you're teaching me right here.
Yeah.
Is like that's like super cool.
Yeah.
You can use these, like exactly, like use these banks and use the walls to even just help direct that attention into like, hey, this is a natural formation of a hole. That's awesome.
Yeah, and since the cavern used a lot of like green waters on there, like it fits.
It's
well.
super fit. Yeah.
Especially on the sides of the banks, like how Aaron had like the water, like the algae growing on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's super true.
I also used some of the what's called
the
texture mats.
Oh, sure.
I have like the long one here, the 2.5 by 4, and then there's I can get the regular shape of a.
You're not having to put a whole. You're not putting a whole terrain tray down. You're just sort of like where it's necessary.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then these work pretty well on the.
You can
on the banks.
Yeah.
It actually is really good. Like not only does this is the swamp stump lump.
Yeah.
The large.
No, that's a small one. Yeah, the large.
Yeah. So like that just fitting right on top of these smaller banks is so cool. Like it's rad.
Yeah.
And the projecting route on top of that, like really.
Yeah. And the projecting routes, if you do it this way, it goes.
You can go directly right onto the. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Awesome build.
Thank you. You too, man. That's really cool.
For 15 minutes, I think we both did.
Yeah, we actually did really good.
All right, so we've got people voting on that right now. Mace, do you want to go and grab some pictures of these builds?
What I always like to do in the old builds that, like I used to do, like in Chaos Castles era, is I used to have like a sewer under the castle that leads out to like the village pond. So this kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, that's like super close.
Yeah, you could take City Builder and put it like on the other end of the swamp.
Yeah,
like literally, the sewage has been ruining this like little village.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I was realizing here was that like it doesn't always match up right. I could actually, now that I think about it, put that instead. You're right. Like we take this one out and then we put a flat floor. Yeah. And that still works.
While the pool is rolling, do you guys want to get the next...
Yeah, we'll get the next things coming in.
Perfect.
So here, hold on. You got the pictures?
Yeah, I got a few. I'm gonna have.
Did you get the that one with the top on and off?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, if we got the pictures, then we're good to just.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll just take some of these things.
And
put them back in the buckets real quick, and then we'll take them out, and then
next is forest.
Next is forest.
Cool.
All right, Chris, get up there.
Let's go.
Let's hear some of your.
Like, this isn't important anymore.
Okay, we should be back now. Yeah, when it does that, just switch it to different audio and then back to the codec.
And then just put.
I don't know why it does that, but it does it.
Stuff back on the same
It's
tray, and then we
OBS
should
is
be
giving me
okay.
a lot of trouble.
Cool. I didn't have any. We only had two.
Sad we
of that
lost
water,
audio because
so.
Chris was just.
Oh,
doing
we
his
did.
routine.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry.
acid works.
You guys missed some real groundbreaking comedy.
I should have just taken the one, and you would have had the right one. But
No, I mean like this one I kind of more pictured as like mounts on a forest floor,
Sure.
and the acid works fine. So.
Somebody in the chat, let me find it, said that they missed when you did speed builds, Toby, so they're happy to see this content. Roll Seekers did.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be doing it more on the wilderness survival guides that like last time I did with what's it called Die Hard giving me suggestions and yeah, I always love doing those like really quick ones on.
Well, it's nice because what it does is it kind of teaches.
It shows how fast and convenient this stuff actually is.
Yeah, as well as just like it. I mean, like obviously we have the benefit of like messing around with it pretty often, but it's something that we still have to think of things as we're doing them too. So.
Yeah, and sometimes you just don't think about like how things work, like how you did the concave around the edge of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I thought about it after the fact until
Yeah.
The Die Hard builds were great, said Dab 1800.
Is he a dad of 1800?
Just
Dab.
remember for the forest.
Oh, dab. Okay. Yeah, I put that in
one
there.
of those. Okay.
Thank you. One?
Just one.
Okay. Oops, I put two.
Well, looks like Toby won with 71% of the vote.
Wait, what?
You won with
I like
71% of the vote.
Sloppy third comes in sloppy first.
Ugh. I was really happy with both of those builds. Like I would have been.
Yeah, I really like
it would have
your
been really
build.
cool to play on
seriously.
either of those.
I like how you did the floors into like as like a plank into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, this is a little.
Yeah, when I heard that combination, I was like, it's firing up ideas in my head. It's kind of sad I didn't get that one, but you did well.
Toby should win on the basis of his T-shirt alone, says
Well,
1979.
I got a cool shirt that didn't arrive until today.
What does it say?
It was the kaiju demo.
Oh, okay.
Kaiju
He got
Ganondorf?
a Death Saves shirt.
Oh. I mean, I don't know what it looks like, so I can't.
It's a Kaiju Demogorgon, I
That's
hear.
pretty cool. I love kaiju.
I like Kaiju too.
If there's time at the end, can there be a speed transitional build between all three biomes? I don't know if we'll have. We'll see how they're feeling at the end of all this. There might not be time. I do know that Nate was planning on doing a build like that. I'm actually not sure if that's one of the ones they've shot yet or not.
I'm not sure.
I do know he was planning on doing something like that though.
Realizing city's next, right? City.
Forest is dungeon and city. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so
Oh, shit.
don't actually need to take that one just yet. You want to help me grab? Go.
That's another combination I did on that.
Grab
Thing.
city one.
Oh man, sorry, I was slow.
Looks
I
like
didn't
you
get
have to do your stand-up routine, Toby. And Toby.
I'm standing up.
Who will humor the people? Oh, I guess it's my job. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tip your bartender, and if you're at home, be sure to tip your caretaker.
What?
What's what's yes, Clifford the Big Red Dog is a kaiju.
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't we discuss that anything?
So is Big Bird.
Yeah, Big Bird's a kaiju. Anything that's bigger than a normal version of it is
It's kaiju.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Is Andre the Giant a kaiju?
Hybrid build of all 3 biomes would be killer, says Nate Taylor DF. Wow, he sounds like a big fan. He has DF in his name.
What does he know?
Probably very much.
All right.
Oops, sorry.
You guys ready to flip for the next one?
Not just yet.
I also think that I am technically chibi, and everyone who's taller than me is kaiju. I've said this a lot, and I stand by it.
Wait, but
very tall.
what's the normal
5'1".
then?
What's normal?
Chibi is implying that you're smaller.
Yeah.
But then if kaiju is
Oh, okay. So
bigger
like,
than
what's
normal,
the standard?
yeah.
I would say that maybe like 5'4" is normal
You're trying to say 5'4" is the
to
average?
5'6", and then everyone taller than 5'6" is kaiju.
I don't mind being a kaiju. I don't think I'm a very short kaiju, but
I'm kind of happy being a kaiju. That's nice.
yeah.
Yeah, you both are kaiju.
There's a lot of
What's the line between dire and kaiju?
freaking Google like this.
Yeah.
Oh shit. There's a lot of trays.
I'm in the other room working hard on add-on compositions, but didn't want to miss the action, says Nate.
All right, let's go ahead and flip for the next one.
All right.
Yes, very chibi.
Oh yeah.
It's
Let me
like
just,
between dire and kaiju.
let me just grab my tray. and
Sure,
then-
sure. And then we'll flip.
Neophoia, you're correct, but you don't understand how short I am. So everyone looks gigantic.
All right, let's have the next flip.
This time, once again, I'll be tails.
You'll be tails. Okay.
Oh, that's why you said mouse power.
I'm Knuckles.
You get to choose.
All right. Forest.
Dungeon or city?
Ooh. Let's see what he really wants.
I already know he's made city a couple times with Forest. Do we want him to make Animal Crossing again?
Oh yeah, that technically he was.
I will choose City Builder.
Cool.
All right.
I think there's enough of the forest ones that we could all,
Yeah.
like, if you, so we can at least have 2 each, if anything.
Yeah.
But there's
Sounds
the
good.
other ones still too.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'm going to start the timer as soon as you guys are done with terrain trays.
Okay.
Oh, are you starting to build now? Starting to build.
No. We're not. I mean, we're not just yet.
Okay.
Do you still need another second?
I'm not. I wasn't deciding on the train trays yet.
Okay.
I'll just go with forest.
All right. Perfect.
Cool.
Starting the timer now.
Okie doke. To the night closes.
No singing.
Tyler's
Only
getting-
I can sing.
Tyler's getting his workout with those trays. It's a lot easier to move them around than it used to be. I'll tell you that much. The system that we have for moving Dwarvenite around is vastly improved
Compared to
Always
what?
depending on.
compared to when it was just random.
You can
stuff
run
all
and
the
grab
time.
Oh.
from the other one. Like,
I was
like-
gonna say the runes aren't here, but I guess the runes are cut
But
again.
like,
You
Oh,
can
yeah,
grab the rooms.
yeah,
I-
it's
I,
already-
like,
it's
I
very
grabbed
well.
the big, grabbed like
Cool.
the big
Oh,
building
cool.
pieces. That's what I was trying to do.
Is that out of focus?
which one?
Tyler's cam.
Tyler's webcam? Possibly. These webcams are really finicky. Yeah, like I think it's not like sometimes the signal will come through really well, sometimes it won't. These are the ones that we got that are like off-brand, so I think we're kind of paying for not having that Logitech quality. Let's see. I like they're immediately kind of starting off with the exact same approach. Oh, what? Tyler's
I mean, it's forest floors, so
That's
they're
fair.
the groundwork.
A 6x6 forest floor with an angled 4x4 cutout for a city builder cottage would be awesome. It's kind of why I wanted us to put city builder and mountain instead, so we could use the cutout escarpment to like build a house.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think we showed that a while ago on a stream.
I'd like to make a hobbit hole.
It'd be really cool if we could do that, yeah.
But I don't know how we would accomplish that.
Hobbit holes, tree houses, there's a lot of cool stuff we could do.
Yeah.
That just feels too specific to trust whether it'll sell as well as doing more general stuff. But Hobbit holes would be radical.
I'm sure I could figure out a way.
We might be able to get away with
Get
it.
an all paint scheme going on.
You might be able to get away with
Are we
it
allowed to
using
switch
the
trenches?
Huh?
Yes.
Using the hidey hole or the concave, you might be able to get away with it.
True that.
Yeah.
I think concave would be better.
Hobbit would be cool, like a wall insert for the city builder with a round door.
Yeah.
Possibly. It'd be nice to have like a foresty tile to put it in.
Yeah. Well, like, that's the thing about mountains, is like, I mean, I guess I don't have an issue living on a mountain if I am a hobbit, but it's not the aesthetic they typically go with.
From what I can tell, hobbits generally just don't have a lot of issues with most things.
Yeah, they're pretty chill people. They live to be, what, 900?
No.
5,000?
Nope.
$5?
They live about as long as a human does.
Yeah, because...
No way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1100.
Dragons turns
Yeah,
out.
1100.
that's why it's such a big event, is that he turns 110 and he doesn't look a day over like 80. He doesn't look a day over like 75. He's
Because
very young looking for
Because
over
of the
100.
ring.
Yeah.
Wait, magic?
Yeah.
There's magic in that movie?
Oh, can't watch it no more.
What is that? What is that blue tray? Tobi, what tray is that
That
specifically?
is a water tray, the reverse side of the algae water from Caverns Deep.
Okay, so it's one of the Caverns Deep trays. Yeah. So, I'm not sure if it came through clearly. I didn't have my headphones on, but yeah, that's on the other side of the algae water from Caverns Deep, apparently.
Geek Jeff says hobbits aren't considered adults until like 50.
That's because they take forever to grow up. Like,
I'm very confused by hobbit age timeline. Yeah, they age slower than humans.
but they still die young.
They still die like 80, 90.
Not Bilbo.
They're not gnomes. Gnomes take that long. I don't know.
I guess I would imagine that's probably also the times where people are expected to die at like 50 or 60 tops.
I'm gonna look this up because I feel like you guys are just arguing for the sake of arguing with me.
Hey, I read the first couple chapters of Lord of the Rings when I was in 5th grade and got bored. So I think I know.
So
I think I know what I'm talking about.
So I'm obviously the authority.
The hobbits don't actually age any slower. They just moisturize really well.
It's about 130 years.
For Hobbit.
Yeah, so a little bit longer than a human, but not much.
It was his 111st birthday. 111, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So not terribly longer.
No,
I still understand why you lied to us about it, Tyler.
I can't help myself.
Okay. He's a chronic liar. What is it called? When you just
Pathological?
pathological.
Yeah.
Chronic liar is when you tell people that you don't have weed on you.
Bilbo was considered very old for a hobbit, though, at that age. Which is what Tyler was saying. It feels like everybody's right.
I'm trying to figure out how
I
to
love when everybody's
get
right.
there.
How old does Frodo become? When does he die?
Well, he goes to join the elves, and I think it's the last they see.
Yeah.
Trying to get like
Rip.
flooring.
Frodo.
Yeah,
on
like
top
I don't
of
think.
everything else was a little tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he gets on the boat. He gets on the boat at the end, and yeah, that's like the whole thing. I don't think we know how long he. Or is like when he crosses the is that him like going
What are
to
you
the
talking about? What are you talking about?
when Frodo leaves with the elves at the end? Is that him dying, or is that just like going to a different land?
He didn't die, but rip Frodo.
It's
He went into the west, so didn't die.
it's
Yeah,
both. It's like it's
it's like a metaphor for passing on.
Happily ever after.
it's where the elves originally came from. It's also where the not Valinor.
Vulcans.
He never dies in the Undying Lands. Well, I guess that's appropriately named then.
It's the elves' original home, as well as like Gandalf came. Well, no, Gandalf was more. Doesn't matter.
He was 33 at the birthday party and 50 when they started the journey in the book.
No way.
Yeah,
There was 17 years between.
yeah.
Huh.
In the original book, like, Gandalf races back to Minas Tirith, but like that still takes a long time. And then he also has to like read the books, and he has to like find the information. He also gets stuck doing 80 other things before he can come back.
So apparently the movie sped it up, but like in the book, interesting.
Somebody needs to give me that skincare routine that the hobbits are doing.
It's just a lot of hype weed.
All right, well.
Frodo going west is a metaphor for dying. That's what I figured.
Does he become a cowboy?
Yes.
Frodo
he does go to the west.
He gets a nice little hat.
Frodo goes west. It's just Fievel goes west, but like with hobbits.
Hobbits are chibi.
Hobbits are chibi.
Yeah. They are chibi. Big ol' head, big ol' feet, tiny little bodies. I've never seen Fievel Goes West, by the way, also, so I didn't really get that.
It's the sequel to American Tail. Wait.
I've not seen.
You haven't seen an American Tail?
No.
Somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight, Mace has never seen me, and she cries herself to sleep at night.
Way to read me.
All ring bearers went west. Interesting. Wait, did Bilbo also go west?
Yeah.
Huh.
Bilbo was still alive at the end of the journey.
Right, he goes with them.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Was it like a thing about how the ring took too much of their humanity or something? Or like, why do they all go west?
That's a question for
Can you explain the Lord of the Rings to me?
It's that...
Also, you've got 7 minutes left.
So part of it is that the elves...
7?
So
7.
I don't
you got
like
7
that.
minutes to explain Lord of the Rings.
Lore of the Rings.
God, if you guys shut up then, Jesus!
Language.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Holy crap. Tell me about this thing, but I won't shut up until... No, it's...
Anyway, I'd really like to know more about Lord of the Rings.
Samwise also
If
went
only
west.
somebody...
The point is, even though Frodo survived the war, he was damaged by it. His sacrifice was that there isn't a happily ever after.
Yes.
Okay.
He's still, like his wound at Weathertop still bothers him every year on the same day. He still craves the ring, even though it's gone. It's like
heroin.
Yep.
Did you know that
You're making him
Bilbo's
so unhappy.
I think it was his great grandfather or something invented golf?
Tolkien's?
No, Bilbo.
Oh, yes.
Alright, good talk.
In the book, he even moved out of Bag's End to a cottage before the journey, and Tolkien even set up the Ents with the forest by Frodo's new house.
I think that if I were a creature of...
The night?
Creature of the night. If I were a creature in a fantastical world, I'd probably be an Ent. It was a joke.
It was a joke from the Valors? Or it was a gift from the Valors? They went to the west because Frodo was still experiencing phantom pains and the wound he got from the ring wraith. That makes sense.
And it was a gift from the elves saying, "You saved the world, essentially. Like we want to take you west with us." Because the elves left. That's the other part of the story is that the elves all leave Middle Earth, except for Legolas until Gimli finally passed and then he left.
Finley Shard says, Creature of the Night, so Rocky Hobbit Picture Show.
Hey.
I'd watch it.
It could work.
Do the elves generally go to the Undying Lands, or was it because of what happened with the rings?
No, it started happening more once they realized it's
5 minutes.
I like that there's enough in these books that they genuinely could have made 6 movies.
They did. It's called The Hobbit 1, 2, and 3.
No, that's the thing. Like how they cut down the original trilogy so much, or they cut down the trilogy so much, and then The Hobbit they extended and like dragged out. Yeah,
that's how movies work. That's the franchise.
Those are two opposite things. That makes no sense.
No, but that's what they do. If it's too much story, then they're like, oh, let's make this, cinematic. And then if it's not a lot of story, they're like, let's sell tickets. Well, it's still a lot of story.
I like that animated version of The Hobbit is great.
Yo, I used to watch that every single day as a kid. I loved that.
I remember, I didn't realize that was a Lord of the Rings thing when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, we got it at some point and put it on. And that was a real good movie.
The soundtrack, too, is good. Like
the scene where he keeps was it the trolls arguing, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, he keeps the trolls arguing until the sun comes up. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's also just a good.
It's a good story. It's a good story.
Yeah.
Like the book is also good, but I remember that animated movie was like my.
If you're into books.
Wait, was that a Rankin Bass?
Yeah.
That was Rankin Bass?
Yeah.
Huh. The Legolas Gimli relationship was more compelling than any of the others in the entire series. Interesting. Yeah, Legolas and Gimli are probably some of my favorite characters. I mean, they are like fan favorite characters, right? And like for good reason.
Yeah.
I would say they're probably my favorite from the Fellowship. Yeah, I do like them a lot. Like, just so many of their exchanges are very iconic. I think the thing that kind of bummed me out about it was then, like, all the games and stuff that they made after that tried to follow,
3 minutes?
Like, 3 minutes? Oh, 3 minutes.
Understood.
Thank you, 3.
$5.
No dollars.
Ralph Bakshi. I always interpreted that going to the West is leaving the scene because they were done and the world changed. Not that they should die.
What's that thing called where you draw over like an actual photo or a movie?
Tracing?
No.
It's I can't remember.
Oh, rotoscoping?
Yeah, rotoscope. I'm pretty sure a lot of those movies were rotoscoped.
They were.
I can rotoscope. All right.
I rotoscope.
I do miss like that style of animation.
I scope a rote.
That style of animation in the 1977 Hobbit just like feels so warm and comfy.
Have you seen
I like it a lot.
death metal, or have you seen any of heavy metal? Sorry. Have you seen Escargot? Oh my gosh, have you seen Fantastic Planet?
You're throwing so many words at me right now. No.
Rene LaRue is a very good. I have to
like go throw up about it a little bit.
No.
I think that Lord of the Rings was a way for J.R.R. Tolkien to talk about how World War I affected him at a time when everyone wanted to forget fantasy writing was a vehicle. Well, that's what's cool about fiction, fantasy, sci-fi is that there's a lot of things that are hard to talk about or hard to explore when you're being very blunt about them.
You gotta see this movie.
So when you make them allegorical, oh yeah, that does look beautiful. So when you put them in like a fictional context like that and you put it at a bit of a distance, it makes it easier to talk about it. And I think that's kind of something true. We see it in almost every genre.
I think for
People
me,
do the same thing with comedy.
I think for me though, he talked a lot about how he didn't like allegory. He really was not a fan, and so
1 minute.
It's that hard thing where it's like I think it's a way for him to process it for sure. I don't know if the intent, like when people say that the intention of the story is to talk about the atrocities of like World War I.
I don't think it's.
I don't think it's that.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think it's necessarily an allegory. I don't think it's literally like this stuff stands in for
World War I. And I don't think
War
that's what most people are trying to say, but it's like like it's certainly
it's a way to explore the feelings and the themes. It's not necessarily like a direct allegory the way that like Star Wars is kind of an allegory.
Yeah, it's not good v evil.
Well, I mean, Lord of the Rings is definitely good v evil.
That's what allegory means, though. The differences of good and evil.
No.
Isn't that the definition?
Allegory is like Animal Farm, where these characters are supposed to be these people from the Communist Revolution.
Representative.
Yeah, allegory is supposed to be we just change the words and we like shift this real thing over. Oh, time's up.
Okay. Well,
they were out of the room when
pieces
it was happening.
down.
So, pieces down. They went and grabbed some last minute pieces.
Cry about it.
Just go ahead and put it in.
Right.
Yeah, put it in.
It's how more subconscious. Yeah, I think that's the thing is I do think Lord of the Rings isn't an allegory in that I don't think that I don't think that like the orcs or the Riders of Rohan is it Rohan?
What are you talking about, Gondor?
The Riders
Rohan?
or Gondor? Yeah, like any of them. Like I don't think that they like have direct parallels to like real world things.
No.
But I think it's a way to explore like the feelings and the emotions involved in that kind of thing. So I don't think it's an allegory, but I think it is definitely inspired by it.
Well, that's his entire childhood. Like his whole growing up was spending it summers in the countryside of England and loving the forests and enjoying his time. And then as he kept growing up, it's like, we need you to.
Yeah. I do like that this turned into like a very serious conversation about art, basically. All right, let's take a look at these builds.
Do you want to put them on the table?
If you have stuff you want to add, go ahead and just add it.
That's not how it goes.
Okay, fine.
No, it's not how it goes. Not yet. I think, yeah, I can move mine. It's not hard.
Okay. Yeah, yours is built very squarely.
Well, that's sort of my problem, is that I was thinking of it that way, and we're using some pieces that are definitely more difficult to kind of do that with.
Yeah, it's hard to jump between the city builder like 4x4 scale to the 6x6.
Exactly. And so that's what I was trying to figure out, was like I started with, here, you know what I could even do? I'll switch to this side so you can actually see more of that stuff. Yet again, it's super modular. Look how quick. Yeah, so like, I feel like I even just kind of did this with our home game, even, right? Like this is something similar to what I did, but
you did something pretty similar. I think what you did in our home game builds, I think you used ledges to kind of.
I did, and that was the thing. Is like I only had so many, and I needed them to kind of help push back into the forest terrain tray. So I decided to try to. It wasn't super hard to get into the 3x6 when I started using the alley. I started with going for the actual like 4x4 streets, and that was just messing it all the way up. Like it
takes
really
up too much
tough.
Space.
Because like you say, it's like they're just different measurements.
Plus,
and it's
if we had the 1x1s or 2s here of the.
I had thought about putting those in there, but I was thinking like maybe that's too many pieces. Let's let us like build with the other stuff. And because that was the other thing that I was like trying to do in all of these things was like how do we take some add-on packs and then just kind of get to play with the other stuff that came from before. I think I would have liked some more 1x1s. I would have liked some 1x2s. I also would have liked in all things forest, it definitely needs a little bit more room to shine. Like 1x2 it was a bit tough to work with city, again, because the city builders like gotta.
One thing, it is something like it wasn't similar at all. I did a park on the last Wildlands.
Oh, that was my favorite one.
What helps is I use the thorn walls as like a breach, but we don't have here. You don't really have that like barrier, and it's hard to do that.
That's true. Because that's the thing that bugs me about this build right now. Is that like this sidewalk just goes straight into this. There's no actual real break from it. So like visually it's fun. I like it and I'm proud of it, but like at the same time like I would have rather done something to this edge to help it fit a bit better, I think. I also could have put all 4 of these on one terrain tray and then done a build towards that. Like we could put the. Did you already take pictures?
Yep.
We could put these on that side. Right, and then move these to here, and then have that all be this one thing, and then could have built towards it, and then I could have done a couple of extra levels with these floors on top of each other, putting this here.
Are you really gonna let him cheat like that though, Toby?
No, this is showing that like.
It's saying that like I was trying to do one build and then I just like it got to like 7 minutes or like 6 minutes and I was like, you know what, I just have to be okay with doing one thing and just build on that. And I kept changing my mind. So it's like so this could have definitely changed the way I did it. And I kind of like how this breaks up that like a little bit. It's kind of fun,
especially looking from the side where you don't see like
like if you can mess with that. That's the other thing I'm thinking of.
You know what this build made me want to do?
What?
Make mini golf.
Oh
right?
yeah,
just take away this and it's like a whole put the thing and then like you can build not a windmill but you can put the castle later.
I think we could you know what? I think between the two of us, we could probably make a windmill. We'll just re-rig the winch. The winch, not the wench. Jeez.
All right. Yeah.
Cool.
Let's go over to Toby's build.
Okay, I'll bring it over.
Yeah. Let me move this up.
This time it's easier to bring. So.
All right. Thank you.
Wait, hold on. I'll bring this first. I want present it this way.
My stuff there to the side.
Yeah, however you'd like to present it is fine. Oh, interesting.
Something. Oh, that's why.
I'm just gonna try to get all this stuff out of the way first, and then.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And do you guys have names for your builds?
Mine is
I like this one.
new Hobitonia.
Okay.
3 news.
I heard them.
Hobitonia.
I like the way you build up to that arch.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I had this idea like before, where like an overgrown like old ruined dungeon,
Yes.
and I was like initially I was like wanted to like if I had like more time, more pieces and stuff like that, I would like build like the floor, like cut out the floor of the
Yes.
so it's like crumbled, ruined, like the
Yeah,
ledges.
like if we'd had maybe some ledges or something that would have worked a little nicer towards it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was playing around, like I elevated the forest up instead, so like dirt got in. And
Well, also, like, you can already tell what you're doing with these trifectas is that, you set something next to that, and that's already, we could, you put a couple of mountain escarpments on here, you put, you put some Dread Hollow escarpment just right up, like, I think we even have one that we can just set right next to it.
or maybe I should. Is it better if I turn it this way for the camera?
It totally inspires me to do a build like that. It adds to the runes feel.
Also, like what I like doing is
It feels kind of narrative too, like a whole you could if your party's going by boat, you could totally say this is like a small island like temple or something that you're coming up to.
Yeah, and I really like doing those like overgrown like civilization
Overgrown
things.
is
Like
so fun.
yeah, like I remember at the end of KS 6, Dread Hollow, one of the speed builds I did was like just a patch of forest, but then I did the ruined house.
Oh, sure, yeah.
On like the thing, so the house is like crooked and stuff like that.
Well, that's what, like when we were doing the swamp, when Nate was like, hey, let's put these under here, and then I put the ruined floor so that it jutted out in weird ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you even just put this escarpment right here, you put this ledge.
Yeah.
You can put a couple you could put even a small one right there and then keep that cut out, and this could be really cool.
And I also like using ledges as like a way to show either imply there's like an
overhang.
Yeah, overhang, or like just like cutting through and seeing below.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Like this case, I guess it's more that it's just a hole in the ground.
They're saying add a waterfall. Fortunately, a waterfall is not in this set.
Yeah.
What here?
Are you grabbing one?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, all right.
Get a little bit extra time.
All right, they're grabbing a waterfall.
Just see if it'll actually, where would you...
Was there more add-ons today? They'll be coming later today, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Add-ons usually always go out about 6 or 7.
Yes.
Yeah, they should be out in 2 or 3 hours.
Yes.
Can you send this and do like,
Could you use escarpments to build it along the side?
Well, the only other thing that we could do
Kind of like.
would be to replace it here.
And then a water train tray, and then have like the ruined ledges.
Exactly.
You can either build a holder that it's pouring down into, or.
Exactly. Yeah, you can put that, and then.
I want to do that build. We should try that.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
We should put that on the list.
Yeah.
It'd be a waterfall running through ruins would be great.
Okay. I'm gonna take these racks out. We're gonna get set up for the next one.
Cool.
Let's go ahead and run that poll.
It's run.
It's already running? Nice.
I don't think we have to do it.
Oh. It's okay, kid.
Guys, vote for Tyler just to give him a win. He really needs it today. What do we got coming up for mountains? For mountains we have
Hellscape and
Hellscape and Castles. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and set the timer up again real quick because I forgot to.
Has anybody in the chat gotten their Hellscape already? I know they shipped out a while ago and people are kind of getting them in small batches, but I've seen a lot of cool photos. Feel free to send them in.
I just keep thinking about Lord of the Rings now.
Oh, a lot of people. Finley hasn't gotten his Hellscape yet, but Rogue Jedi and Seraphis the Bland have.
I'd vote, but I came in late, so I only see Tobi's. Oh, that's fair. Oh, you'll get to vote for the next one at least. Just some lava flows and a few walls. Oh, you went smaller on Hellscape. A lot of people did. It's a very specific. Build or
it's a niche,
set.
Yeah.
Plus, not only that, like the offerings are much smaller.
Oh, Charles is saying his first build was Animal Crossing. He used to play with his daughter. We did that a while ago.
Yeah,
actually.
it was
Tobi,
for the what's called the Dwarven Quarterly.
Yeah, we put it in the Dwarven Quarterly. We made it because we made it to celebrate New Horizons coming out because Toby and I are both pretty big on Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
So when New Horizons was coming out, he made a little what was it, like a 6-inch by 6-inch build?
Yeah, it was based on the GameCube one.
Yeah.
Cool.
We made a little. Toby won with 88% of the vote.
I still haven't played New Horizons.
I
played every other
need to.
Animal Crossing.
If our TV wasn't broken, I would hook it up so you can play.
You can hook it up to the other one.
We can. Yeah, I should just because I got my Switch here. We could just hook it up and let her play it.
I stopped doing my dailies because it's been too busy.
I forgot to do them yesterday. I've been trying to still. It's been the thing I do for myself during Kickstarter. Just 20 minutes in the morning to go around and get fossils.
Give me the T-Rex head, please.
Right. I need to look at that
my
T-Rex head.
T-Rex
I swear I have one for you.
T-Rex.
I swear I have a T-Rex head for you. Is that really all you're missing? Oh, right, for your room.
You know, Nick Cage has a T-Rex.
I want to move it out of the room and build it on the land, just a long one. It has 5 torsos so far.
I like that you can basically choose the aesthetic of your whole island. I once saw somebody, they had a build where it made it look like it was like a Tokyo cityscape or something. And
people have done...
Did you see the build that someone did that made it look like a Danny DeVito?
What?
They built Danny DeVito's face on the island.
What? I'd love to see that.
Yeah, people have done some really creative... Just having custom patterns you can make has led to some really creative stuff. Develop specific plot lines in my Pathfinder campaign that my players have chosen to investigate, which will justify all the lava. That's good.
It seems like all the things are in ruins, right?
You regret not getting the light panels. They'll be in the store, probably. I imagine they would be.
Oh.
You should be able to get some there if you want them.
Yeah.
Just waiting on Plakestone now. We got our Plakestone stuff in, and it all looks good, so it should be shipping out. Well, it'll be a couple months.
It's going to be after the Kickstarter, so September, October.
Yeah. Because we're finally getting close to Hellscape being done.
Yeah.
I think it's just rest of world at this point. I think US finished this week, or should be finishing in the next couple days.
It's in batches, yeah.
Yeah.
I just got my shipping notification, so I know I'm on one of the final lists of shipments too, so.
Yeah, they messed up and shipped me in the first wave. The employee should not be.
That's fair. I got mine right when the Kickstarter was starting, I think. So it's just been sitting on the floor because I haven't had time to open it. When is the last day of add-ons? I keep readjusting my calendar.
Not sure.
I think Nate was saying the 29th. I think it's a week from now, but I don't know.
What?
With the last day of add-ons?
Oh, yeah, pretty sure it's 29th.
Yeah, I think.
What's the last day you can make add-ons? I mean, when
the last day you can make add-ons would be in the Pledge Manager, but yeah, I'm pretty sure everything is supposed to be revealed by the 29th. Could we see a build combining KS6 cliffs and KS7 escarpments? I think we've actually got that shot and coming. I think that's one of the compatibility videos he shot yesterday.
We are also having, on stream tomorrow, Nate's going to be going deep into pieces. So all these suggestions and everything that you'd like to see, we can definitely cover tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of the compatibility stuff we're planning to do. Either we already shot it, or it's stuff that we're planning to shoot. Because that's really all that we have left to do is do a bunch of compatibility stuff.
Okay. Did you get the second one?
So I know we're working on that. Whereas today we're doing a lot more. We're trying to do kind of weird stuff to see if we can make it work.
There's no pressure here. I know it's Rocky.
I feel like either one with Aranthor, I feel like there's good. I think both lava and castle go well. Yeah.
Well, Aranthor is one of the most flexible sets, so I feel like this is going to be a really cool one.
Yeah.
We were trying to make sure that all 3 biomes had one that's this is a little bit more.
I just want to talk more about Lord of the Rings, honestly.
This is a little tougher.
Yeah. I do want to see more possibilities of the swamp and sewers stuff.
Yes.
Because I feel like with escarpments and everything.
Sewers, that's
Yeah.
a good
Yeah. He had a cool thing with the concave ledge.
Yeah. Only you didn't fuck it up. Hey, we're on stream, sir.
Yeah, the swamp builds were really cool, actually.
All right, just 2 more seconds and then we'll...
Yeah. There's a week and a half or so left, right? When's the next big reveal? I know we're doing big reveals at the next game coming up on Wednesday.
26th,
the 26th.
11 days left.
11 days altogether?
I believe so.
Yeah.
It says yes.
I
yes.
saw this morning.
Well, we're done on this. Time is a blur.
Yeah, I've stopped being able to keep track of it.
That's all we need.
Build hellscape in.
Yeah, do we want the bad ones?
Dab says
I
hi,
feel like
Nate.
just some things
I just wanted to thank you guys for showing up to this. This is a...
Yeah.
Like I said before, this is a test run of a thing we really wanted to do, so it's nice to see it.
Let's hear a joke, funny boy.
3, 2, 1, funny.
3, 2. I'm really not that kind of comedian.
Okay, what do you want?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, funny.
Man, I want to like that show still, but it's hard.
It's hard.
It's really hard.
What show?
Louis.
It's a shame. I was never a fan of Louis' stand-up, but I did think that his show had some really good episodes. And there's a specific 3-episode arc
with David Lynch.
That's about like late night television and that stuff, and I think it's genuinely like just an incredible arc. And then all that stuff happened.
So we're moving on into our mountain. Okay. All right. Yeah. The last one.
Oh, what time is it?
It's almost time for Kyle to arrive.
Oh God.
We're gonna
on Saturday.
Kyle's only on
Kyle
Thursdays,
Saturday.
guys.
Oh my God.
He's working overtime.
I mean, like it's Kickstarter, so Kyle every day.
Kyle
All right,
Monday.
So we're gonna flip for the last one. I'll flip. I guess I'll call it.
Yeah.
The two additionals that we have this time for the Arendor Mountain sets, we have Hellscape, and we have Castles. So
both I think will be very.
They're good. They're
go
both
very well.
I think the thing is like we already know that they work pretty well, and that was why I wanted to end with this one because it's like this one's just kind of like we're gonna go for the Hail Mary, and I think we did the quote unquote the more complicated ones before.
Yeah, don't you mean Hail Mary?
Hail Mary, yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with my lucky tails.
Nice.
Tails. Got it.
It's cocked.
I can confirm it was tails.
I mean, do we want to do one where like catch it and actually like put it in my hand?
It's amazing that Tyler has won the toss all 3 times and gotten to pick his environment, and yet has always lost.
So I guess I'm gonna choose Hellscape. That would be nice. I'd like to choose that one. Can I choose that one?
You won it.
Yeah, I know. I just.
Psych. Just
Oh no!
It just pours it on your head. See you in hell.
It so burns. It burns with the power of Dwarven.
Could we get a good look at Tobi's shirt?
Like a Gatorade bath, but it's coffee.
Let's zoom in on that.
Get real close on that shirt.
I like that on this camera. Eyes are incredibly red.
What?
That's how it like focuses.
I need my pieces right next to
I
me.
think Sora's confirmed
that
for the
works
Amazon
well.
Let's see.
I'm certain you have all put in a ton of work. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's been
Yeah, it's been.
Oh, the other one.
it's been
It's
2 weeks since I
It's
got a day off.
It's true.
Monty Python's Flying
It's been longer than that.
Circus.
But yeah, no, these Kickstarters. I mean, we go all out every Kickstarter, and it's tiring, but it's also a cool thing to be able to look back on, and I think it pays off.
I don't think I've had a day
like,
off in a month.
doesn't have just
Yeah. Because even before the launch, there's so much stuff to do before we actually launch.
We wanted to button up all the buttons.
Yeah.
And we, a
take
few
that one.
buttons were still loose, but most of them were buttoned, and that's what you get when you buy a
could be.
3-foot
Like
long
it's pouring
shirt.
into the water. Yeah.
All right, looks like they're about to get into the build. As soon as they have their trays on their table, I'll start the timer.
Should we get into the 2-cam?
Yeah.
2-cam
Bam.
Sam?
2-cam Sam. That's what they call me.
All right.
2 cans.
I'm assuming they're starting.
Yeah.
He's grabbed a piece. Let's go. 15 minutes.
All right.
Now, I wish we had worn well, I guess you have a hat on. I wish I knew this was going to feel more like the Kentucky Derby.
Just the fact that Toby and I wear the same hats.
Yeah.
We actually are. There's actually only one hat. We just swap it between us so quickly.
That's why we make sure to stay on opposite sides of you at all times. In the time that you turn your head to look at the other one,
Well,
we've thrown the hat over.
Didn't you get your hat stolen, Toby?
I don't know anything about that.
No, it wasn't.
No, wasn't there like somebody across the street?
Some dude
No,
had
it
his
was
hat
the guy
on.
who owns the bar across the street. He wears a similar hat, and then me and Stefan went there, and so it was Stefan somewhere else back in Castle.
Back in the old days.
Dungeons, I think. But then, yeah, he had the same hat, so I didn't see my hat for a couple of weeks.
Both are fun combos.
That's a very interesting. That was a very fun story. Sorry to bore you all.
Nobody's bored.
I'm bored.
I'm bored talking about that.
My boredom has nothing to do with the story. With that ASMR of the bin rummage.
Light as a feather. God, I'm so bored.
That's actually really good.
Thank you.
Hey, good. Hero Week, because I have no other choice.
I'm here all week. I'm under house arrest.
I literally live here.
Well, you see here, what we have is a concave escarpment.
Are you using a concave escarpment?
I did.
Cool.
Now I'm really bored.
I hate that.
Hate that I'm bored.
Yes.
Be funny.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
No. All right.
Wait, how's it go? What happened to the man from Nantucket?
He died.
Nantucket?
Nantucket. Yeah, Nantucket.
Whoops.
Freudian slipper. G-Play.
Sorry. I really didn't mean to do that, but whoops. G-lie, B-lie.
Oh God, no! Stop it.
It's part of the ASMR.
You guys are not allowed to.
Head
talk anymore.
Misagi.
You're like, that is not okay.
I think we were quoting that on a different stream too, and somebody in the chat knew what we were talking about.
Is he doing a castle across a chasm?
Chasm Castle.
You know, some moats are really ineffective, but this one looks like it's gonna keep your enemies away.
I don't know. Where's he gonna put the alligators?
They're flying. They have wings.
Flying alligators.
I've made that in the past week in the shop.
They're called falligators.
No.
They're not falling. They're flying. With
Crocodiles.
style. With falling.
Harry Styles.
Okay.
Scaly Styles?
Guy Fieri?
Wyverns instead of alligators. Should we just make a winged alligator sculpt?
That would be great.
I would love it to just be like it's this. It's like being picked up by tiny wings, and so it's just.
Does it do that again? It's just
Like
a
that.
200 alligator sculpt, but we just put wings on it.
Oh, yo.
Very uncomfortable. Just. Meh.
When are we making the two-headed alligator Kickstarter? Where it's only like different. It's like a castle
Hey.
made entirely by.
We're here, and we're only doing two-headed alligators.
Yeah.
I think we should do one where it's the two-headed alligator and the sculpt is exactly the same, but you can get it a millimeter bigger and then a millimeter bigger, and you just have like
Just
small size variation.
just slightly extended alligators.
Yeah. Well, like it's also just bigger.
Or just two-headed alligator, but we have 150 different paint schemes.
That's good. You have the nether gator.
I wonder how the factory will react to like one sculpt but 100.
Heligator.
About 100 different Oh
Yeah.
man, they would freak.
Would they, or would they be just like?
I feel like they would. I feel like they'd be like, please.
Please forget this.
Please.
Do it. Forget.
Please forget.
Forget.
That was the reaction we got off of the Nexus, right?
Yeah, the original.
The original Nexus, we sent them, it was like, yeah, so here's like a 3 foot by 10 foot piece. Uh,
And then they literally
That
just
wasn't
sent us back a
really
box
right.
of frozen tears.
Right?
he just the foreman of the factory just sent a picture of his child. He's like, I would like
It is a family business.
I would
so-
like to please, I would like to keep him happy. You're making my child cry.
Good.
Daddy, I'll never see you again.
Or monitor lizards. Why are they gonna get into trouble if we're not watching them?
Oh,
They can climb on vertical surfaces, work as protection on that. Monitor lizards would be cool. Here's the thing: I want us to make pseudo dragons. I love pseudo dragons. They're like possibly my favorite monster.
We've heard.
possibly.
Wow. I mean, like
I like manticores.
pukas are also pretty good. But I probably like
Manticore?
pseudo
I hardly know a core.
No.
That doesn't work. That actually doesn't work.
Nope.
Yeah.
Alligator. I barely know him.
That's not. That doesn't work. You were so close.
You can't just say random crap.
I really can. Though.
Apparently, that's what I'm learning today. It's like, don't just say random crap. It has to matter.
No, it doesn't have to matter. It's funnier when it doesn't.
Finley says, I really like the original Nexus, but that was a battlefield on its own rather than a terrain piece.
True
Yeah,
that.
we were super ambitious with it.
Wait, did we show that on that?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Nate was doing it on
Nate
the.
made it.
He was
Anvil.
mocking
Yeah,
it on the
I remember,
anvil.
yeah.
That was like one of the first things we did on the anvil was designing that. Pseudo dragons are super cool. Also make great companions.
Pseudo dragons are super cool.
Pseudo Jammers.
Okay. Wow.
Your dad is I think your dad might be getting aggressive. I'm
I
not
think
sure.
he's having a stroke. He's fine.
Not sentences that I usually think are congruent. Or, like, don't usually go together.
It's just a stroke.
It's just a
worry
stroke.
about it.
Don't worry about it.
Hope you're not hungry for toast, Dad.
I got the results back. I definitely have cancer.
What is that from? Oh, it's from the room.
That's
from
the room. She just drops that middle of the conversation.
So good.
No, that's the beginning of the scene, isn't it?
No, it's like
She's
like 2
complaining
minutes into the scene.
about this guy,
Yeah.
and then she stops in the middle. And she's like, "Anyway, I got the results back. I definitely have cancer."
cancer.
And then her daughter's just like, "Oh my god."
I don't
no,
love
she
Johnny.
no. She's like, they're curing it all the time. You'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
fine.
Oh yeah, she's like,
She's like, no, it's definitely cancer. She's basically just like, I don't care, Mom. It's like,
it's what a bizarre script.
Fun movie though.
It's a very very fun movie.
Tis.
Oh, that's not what I heard.
I was the guy, man. I remember the first man. Was that back in?
That was when
That was
you had
like
just,
2011. That was my
That was
first-
when you just moved to New York.
I think it was my first time back visiting home from
Yep.
New York. We
Yep.
watched The Room.
Did you go to a viewing of it?
No.
No,
Those are
I
fun.
bought it and I became the guy in my dorm who had The Room, so people would ask me to watch it. So I saw it like 8 times in 6 months. 'Cause
Oh,
people,
jeez, what a travesty.
yeah. It was a lot of fun though.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. I like The Room as much as the next person, but 8 times in 1 year is a lot. I basically wrote a dissertation on it.
Here's the thing: The Room is bizarre enough that there's all like the big moments that everybody knows about, like "Oh hi Mark" and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that everybody knows. But you can find so many, like every line in that movie is bizarre. It's really an achievement.
What a funny
so
story,
it's
Chris.
very easy to find like your own favorite stuff. Like I know for Tyler and I, like one of the big ones was Rice. That was cool.
Rice, that was cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, I saw that. I like, hi, doggy.
Hi, doggy.
Oh hi doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
You're my favorite customer.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye. It was like what? It's like a 15-second scene.
Yeah.
How much is
No,
it?
yeah, barely.
Oh,
It's like-
Johnny, I didn't
it's like
know that was
8
you.
seconds.
Yeah, like the
Keep the
lines. The
change.
Because
lines
I'm
are,
blind.
yeah, the lines are all staggered. It's Pupper. Yeah, there's a dog just sitting on the counter at this flower shop. And
In the
not
movie.
here. We don't have a dog.
In the movie The Room.
we do have an office cat and an office dog.
We have 2 office dogs.
Yeah, we have 2 office
2
dogs.
office dogs.
How dare you?
My college roommate watched Blood of Heroes at least once a month. Actually managed to wear out a DVD. I'm
Dang.
not familiar with Blood of Heroes.
I'm interested.
It has blood in the title.
Does that have heroes though?
It could.
it
if
used
you try
to.
hard enough.
I'm not sure that the heroes are still there. It sounds
Have
like
you
there was a lot of blood.
Have you seen Troll 2?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, they ate her. And now they're gonna eat me. Oh my god.
god!
The weirdest thing about that movie to me
Uh-huh.
is that the director like insists that it's a work of art and gets really upset whenever anybody criticizes any aspect of it. Like, the whole thing around that is weird. Like, he called it Troll 2 to try and piggyback off of Troll being a fairly successful horror movie like a year before.
Right.
Even though it wasn't related at all.
Nope.
It was an Italian guy
Yeah.
who wrote a script in English when he didn't understand English.
Yeah.
And whenever any of the English actors were like, that's not how the English language works, he'd get really upset and say, no, you have to say the lines exactly as written. So there's all this stilted English and improper grammar and everything.
Do you think he was in the circus?
Is that a joke?
Because of stilted English?
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty weak.
Bad.
Yeah.
He went to clown school?
Yeah, it's still not. You're not making it any better.
If what makes good art is that it can be discussed and analyzed over and over again, The Room is basically high art. Also, 4 minutes left. Actually, you guys look like you're both pretty far along at this point.
Speaking of bad movies, though, Neil Breen.
Oh my gosh, Neil Breen.
Neil
Gold.
Breen.
It's gold.
It is gold.
Sounds like it's a movie made to be satire.
I
It is
can't
not.
believe
He
you
genuinely
committed suicide.
he genuinely
you've done
gets
this.
upset and
I
storms
can't
out of
believe you do
interviews.
it. How could you commit
Yeah.
suicide?
I can't
just
pull you out of this
believe
one,
you do
Jim.
that.
Probably the most wholesome part of it, though, is that he's very protective of his wife. That also helped with the movie.
Troll?
Yeah, Troll 2. Like, he's super protective of his wife. If anybody, like, insults any of the stuff that she did for the movie.
You don't piss on hospitality.
Yes.
Well, it depends on...
I'd hope you don't... on anybody, generally speaking.
Alright. No, that's part of the movie. He's like... Because the kid has to pee on the food so that they don't eat it because it's covered in that green stuff.
Right.
And the dad's all like... storming off to the room. And he's like, I'm going to have to tighten my belt so I don't feel hunger pains.
The whole thing was supposed to be about how eating meat is bad, kind of. Or was it about vegetarians being annoying? It was one way or the other. It was like, it dealt with vegetarianism and was like very over the top in one way or the other, and I can't remember which one it was meant to be. Because the execution was so bizarre. Love this idea for a stream. Yeah, this is fun. We're kind of like working out the kinks and seeing how this sort of thing goes. Ideally, we'd be doing this with guests, and this is one of like the big show ideas we had back when we first started the channel. But it's kind of hard to bring in guests right now, so we thought we'd try it out here, see how it goes. A little over 2 minutes left. Everybody looks pretty close to done though. I think everybody's gonna actually be good here. These are pretty cool builds too. All right.
No, they're great.
That's fine.
They're great. They're great.
You want to get up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right now?
Final round, me and Mace.
Nope.
Can you combine Ice Caverns and Hellscape?
You could.
You theoretically could,
I
yes.
think we
Yeah,
did something
that
like
actually
that in
could be
the...
really fun.
Yeah, fire and ice.
I hope
Yeah.
that build chain can be something you can keep doing in the future. It's fun to see different concepts. That's the plan, especially once the pandemic is over and we can have like a full crew in here and we can bring in guests. Because ideally we'd bring in people who aren't familiar with the pieces, so it'd be kind of a funny thing as they try to figure out how everything works, and yeah.
The worst movie ever, Bolero, with Bo Derek. It was so bad that her physique exposed couldn't save the movie.
Woof.
Have not seen it.
Me either. I haven't heard of it. I haven't heard of Bo Derek in a long time either.
Have you seen Tammy and the T-Rex?
No,
That
but
movie
I've seen...
is so bad, but it's actually very good.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. That's one of the movies that's like actually supposed to be bad, right?
I don't know, but it like the premise is a boy like Paul Walker turns into a T-Rex, and then what's her face starts dating him.
Got 1 minute left. I remember seeing pictures and stuff from it.
It's so good. It's on YouTube.
Have you seen Mac and Me?
Yeah, I've seen Mac.
Maybe
Yeah.
ahead of schedule, people can vote for what sets to be used for the build rounds ahead of time. People can see what the DF crew can build with certain sets combined. Ideally, what we were thinking, Finley, what you just described right there is actually exactly what the plan for this was supposed to be. Is we bring in guests who aren't familiar with these pieces. We give them a time limit to make a build, probably with assistance from somebody on the team to like help them get certain things. But most of all, we let them build it. Then we let a DM come in, and they have like 15 minutes to plan like a short encounter or something for it, and then we have people come in and play on it. Was the initial idea for it. with the pandemic and also the Kickstarter happening, it's not possible to like do all that. But there's the time.
Pieces down.
I'm spinning. I was halfway in the thing.
But yeah, that was the plan. It was a very ambitious thing, but we can only have so many people in the office at this point, and we can't bring guests.
For this one, we probably shouldn't move the builds.
Are they too big?
Oh, they're very large.
Yeah,
no,
we'll
that's
go
what I mean.
over
It's
to
like,
each
that would be
place.
the only thing that I would.
Then.
That's the only thing I'm gonna like show is like we can push it up there. Yeah, that's like it's not a big deal.
So the impression I've gotten from this build jam is that Tyler likes to transition from one terrain to another, and Toby likes to mix them together.
Yes, that's. And the first one was kind of a
the first one was less of a like transitioning, but yeah.
Are either of these able to?
No.
We're gonna have to move around.
Yeah.
I'm out of room on my phone.
I mean, mine is technically just transitioning because it's just a
Just
mountain
delete one
on top
photo.
of a mountain.
Sure.
Yeah.
But like still,
I barely use my pieces.
Let's
you built more of a castle, but it also really is cool. Like,
Should I delete
we'll
the
talk
one of
about
my
it.
toilet?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you?
Let's
Here, let's just.
Well, we gotta use that one.
It's still like it's doing the thing. Like it's.
We'll just project. Check the chat and make sure that it's somebody check the chat anyway, and nobody's watching.
There's gotta be some photo you can get rid of, Mace.
I deleted 4 photos.
I got it.
All right. Okay. You know what I'm actually gonna do?
All right. Chat says, "Stop being mean to Mace, Chris."
Wow. Okay, no, you're just making that up, I think.
No, I'm reading it right here
Okay.
from Mace Windu.
Oh,
Yeah, this absolutely sounds like somebody who made an account solely to defend you.
Yeah, it's not in the chat.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
don't look.
you made it up.
Bam. So you've got a bunch of cliffs over here.
Yeah, I didn't really use these up on top as well as I should have. I was getting the lava done, and then I was about to go over there and use some of my other stuff. I was about to think about how to rework that, but
Okay. Just like a lava. So this is like pouring out over into the water, it looks like, or...
Okay, cool.
that was going to be the intention.
I deleted 20 photos.
Okay. The lava just looks cool.
I was gonna have. I couldn't find
Yeah.
we didn't have a second one, so it was going to sit on top of those and then spill into this one.
Okay. But you had to choose one or the other.
Yeah, so I chose the front. I thought
Alright.
that was more dynamic.
Let's go see Toby. Oh,
I
I'm hooked on something.
should I try?
Go.
Here, I built a mountain. Yeah, I built a mountain over a chasm, over a castle.
Yeah,
Basically,
just
it
like a
instead of
drop-off.
instead of moat, die into a hole.
You have a really cool encounter set there.
I mean, like, well, same time. Original Earthor and Mountains were released at the same time. It was kind of, this is the intention of it anyway.
It is very cool. Nice little
Thank
peep.
you.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. If I wanted to, I could.
All right,
just
let's go
realized
ahead and
you could
take it
do-
to a vote, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that fits nice there.
Let's see.
Yeah, so as with all of these things, it's kind of like a. Oh, I guess mine is entitled.
Entitled?
Tyler's Inferno.
Oh, mine is titled. Tobi's, the Royal Stronghold. Not even though it's not. I can't call it that because that's not
No, it's called the Royal Stronghold. Yeah, do it.
We originally wanted to have like these
Well, we were gonna have our own competitor names. I was gonna be Bean Machine.
Yeah, I was going to be the Royal Stronghold. We were going to like take pictures, like profile pictures of us. He's going to be jumping out of a can of beans, and I was
that
going to be
would've been
like
awesome.
lying
It would have been so good.
behind a castle with a crown of crenellations.
Crown of Crenellations was gonna be so heavy. It would have been so hard to wear.
I mean, he was wearing the samurai hat the other day. Couldn't
Right.
be
Yeah, I
much
almost
heavier
knocked out
than
of the
that.
light. And
Yeah,
that
so
makes
it
sense.
almost killed me. Because I decided to jump at the end.
What I'll say is that like so in some of the builds we didn't necessarily use every single piece, right? And that's just more, I think, partially down to time.
Yeah.
Right. Like we didn't get, this is all the pieces that.
I didn't get to most of my mountain pieces.
Right.
I was concentrating more on putting the mountain on top of a castle on top of a mountain, and built more of the castle. So I don't know if it's really showcase of the mountains actually.
yeah. I feel like I win by default. I actually used
Yeah.
pretty much all of my pieces.
It's like the competitors in like those cooking shows, like you have to use the ingredients. Like they just kind of put it on top and just use her.
I put my mountain on top.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's a mountain as a side dish.
Oh man.
But,
So these were all made using just a couple add-on sets, yeah.
Yeah. So I can type it out and put it up on the Discord or a couple other places where we can. But essentially for the swamp, all we used were the swamp bank ponds and the swamp bank islands, as well as one additional. I think I put an additional like swamp plant add-on pack in there.
There are a lot of lily pads. That makes sense.
Well, that actually is in the ponds and the islands.
Oh, it's in the
actually.
pond.
So the willow and the cypress came in that, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's the willow and the cypress more so, and the projecting roots and stuff. That was in a pack.
That was the add-on packs for yesterday.
No, that was a topper, just a topper.
Those were
one.
just toppers.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I forgot about the projecting roots and stuff.
Yeah, and we had the
toppers.
2 stump lumps
Yeah.
as well. So that's what I mean. It's like it was a swamp
Yeah.
plants. For the forest, we did forest clearings and forest trails, and then we also did a conifer tree pack.
Yeah.
It should also be noted, there were trifecta ledges in there, which are the straight, concave, and convex companion trifecta ledges, which those packs come with both forest and mountain. So conversely, when we went to mountain, we used the mountains from the same the same packs. And then in the mountains, we ended up not needing. I'm realizing we didn't need as much. I thought we were going to need much more.
Yeah.
So I put 2 times of the straights and 2 times of these guys.
Yeah.
The convex packs, 1 concave, and then the trifecta ledges. And so, like, through all of that, you get, the end caps, you get these ledges, you get the short and the longer convex and straights. So, all in all, even just getting 1 of each of those would have been enough to kind of like build something. Like, again, like I didn't use some of my pieces, so it's like there's a lot of stuff that you can do here. And all of those packs are roughly altogether under about $300.
Yeah.
That was the other hope through all of that, would be like, this is the length of stuff that you can really do. And if we had extended that swamp build out to 1x3 or 2x2,
using what's called the swamp mat.
Yeah, the texture mat, the 24-inch by 24-inch mat. If we had done something like that, that even brings it out even a little bit more, and it allows those things for, like, when I was having trouble finding space for my end cap swamp bank, it helps breathe that out. And over here, what we're seeing too, right, is like potentially we could do stuff in the mountains. We could raise this up through some of our staircases and add escarpments below it to help keep it structurally sound. Yeah. Right? Like, I mean, like, that could be fun. That could be interesting, putting staircases on top of, like Helm's Deep or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
So for the poll results, it was very close. 64% Tobi has won. Undefeated champ.
That really gets my goat, you guys. I can't believe you would do that to me. I am never coming back on the show again.
I think you did it to yourself.
I think you should never question the archivist. and I don't agree.
Are you threatening me again?
I call a recall on the vote.
A recall?
It's you guys rigged it. You guys rigged it. I don't trust it.
He's on to us.
All of my different accounts like Mace Windu and whatnot are the only people voting.
You have Finley on your side probably.
The Bill
Finley's
Allen
got a lot of
says
polls.
Tyler, so I assume he's
So who did?
The Bill
Bill
Allen.
Allen. The Bill Allen.
Well, I wonder.
And
Well, you know what?
Debesh says that you're a sore loser.
I am.
You're just a loser in general, though.
I am.
So
I am a sore loser.
nail on the head.
Well, I guess until next time, sir.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but-
yeah.
But thank you so much for
Now
putting
hug
this
it out.
together. I really like the
No,
concept of
dude.
using the packs because it works as like sample pledges. Kind of. I'm still working on some of those, so those
Yeah.
should be up soon. But yeah,
Hopefully next week we'll have more like Toby's talking about, like these sample pledges that kind of put these add-on packs into something for you build your own pledge people, as well as some people who are like, I don't know if I really want to go in on this pledge because I like all the environments. We're trying to build some stuff that puts it into a price point for you and kind of makes it focused so you can kind of see all the things that you can build.
and we have a new pledge level coming up soon too. Yeah. So
Yeah.
giving more options for everybody.
Yeah. It was a fun stream.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for coming
I
out.
see more of this, like.
I can't wait to do this more with
Yeah.
other people. I can't wait to like put Hamster in here and Nina and Aaron, just like people that we maybe don't get to see build very often, right? Like that's the other goal of this is like we want guests, but I really do want to still have some in-office people get to come in and experience this and just like kind of like do these like short little things and
Yeah, I miss like back in the day when we did builds for social media. Like me, Aaron, and Nina would like build together a 4x8 build together, and it'd take like 2 or 3 days. But it was really fun, just like.
Well, it kind of reminds me. It reminds me of a thing that I do growing up all the time with my cousins and my brother, which was we're a huge board game family, so we would when we got HeroScape was super cool to us because we were just like. It was still severely limited in its modularity, right? Like it's still like you can only put so many pieces together, but like we had so much fun just building that up or making new things and like thinking of ways to go about it, and it's that mentality where I'm just like I really want to play with this more, and as I'm noticing like with my builds too, I'm building out really like I usually build out, and I think that's just my Oregon sensibilities.
I usually try to build up.
Yeah.
Like I like like I don't like building with like regular just like
with just
dungeons or like castles are my favorite. Some of my favorite like the new Arantor stuff is some of my favorite as well. Like or if I'm any chance to add elevation.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
That's even what I could have done over here, right? Like I could have messed around with. Yeah. With like because I was thinking about that too, like how you did some of that stuff in the forest. I was like, oh cool, maybe I could have put something here that could make a cave entrance. I should have done that. I was trying stuff out and then I lost time.
Yeah, it's like you really understand like this shows how much like there's time really matters. Especially 15 minutes. 15 minutes goes fast.
It's fast, but like we still got to build something really cool in that time. That's like
really like both of our builds.
It's fun. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Sorry.
Yeah, we got two.
I'm passing it off to Chris.
Yeah, we got 2 quick questions. Is there an ETA on the new pledge levels? I know we've been working on them.
Not currently. I don't know what the ETA is. We're hard at work. We're trying to also still make sure that we're getting the add-on packs out. So that's kind of our thing. It's like that's actually what I got to go do right now. Right after this, I got to make sure that we're all set to go. What's the second one?
Second question is Toby. Some people in chat are wondering when they're going to get their checks.
Because you paid them.
Because you paid them to win. Is the
I just like mess it all up. It's like $5, $5.
It's just like during the bill. It's like that's why he wasted time. He's like.
That's why you voted for me too, right?
Yeah, I did. Give me
just a lot of furious PayPal. All right, thank you for coming out, everybody. It was fun to get to try this show out and experiment.
Yeah, and it's also that thing where it's like it feels like a nice it's not even that much shorter than some of our other streams when I really look at it, but it was still nice. It was still a good amount of time, and this is something that we want to do, and we'll get more of it in our blood, and we'll get it down a little bit better, and we'll have better preparation.
Yeah, we want to show how like pieces work, like this stuff with itself, but also with the past, and like we're also learning like as we're doing it. And
that's true.
It's really fun.
It's huge to you guys. A lot of the people who have been past backers, that we make sure that we're talking about how these pieces fit with each other, and what we noticed with the forest and the city builder, right, is that well, not even noticed, like something we know is that the reason we made the 1x1 forest floors and the 1x2 and the 2x2 is that building between those two dimensions is it can be tough.
Yeah.
And so we want to make options that help you with your past things as well as build towards the future. So thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you tomorrow with what's happening tomorrow.
Nate's going to be doing it's another wilderness survival guide, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot of just people asking questions and him building as much hands-on stuff as they want to see as possible. Yeah.
And so awesome.
Yeah, that's
Thanks,
tomorrow.
everybody.
Tomorrow at 7.
Tomorrow at 7.
Bye, everyone.